Welcome to my YouTube channel today. In today's class, I'll be doing introduction to chemistry. Now, if you are a student preparing for XSC exam or you are preparing for your JAM examination, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, because in this channel you'll be given all the secrets as it regards preparing for XSC and JAM for physics, chemistry and mathematics. But in today's class, we'll be looking at what we call introduction to chemistry. Now, what is the meaning of chemistry? What is chemistry? Now, let's go. Chemistry is a branch of pure science. It's a branch of pure science that deals with the properties. Take note of this, the properties. Yeah, this must be noted. Compositions, uses, natures of matter, and the bond that holds structures together. Yes, that holds structures together. Now, this is the meaning of chemistry. Yeah, because in this video we'll be looking at introduction to chemistry. So chemistry is a science subject as well as physics and biology. So chemistry is a branch of pure science that deals with the properties, yes, that deals with the properties, composition, it deals with the uses, it deals with the natures of what? Matter. Yes. It deals with properties, composition, uses, natures of matter, and the bond that holds structures together. Yeah, this is the meaning of chemistry. Now, we will now look at what we call the branches of chemistry. Branches. What are the branches of chemistry? Chemistry is divided into 4 branches. Please take note of this. There are 4 branches in chemistry. Number 1 branch of chemistry is called organic chemistry. It's called organic chemistry. The second branch of chemistry is known as inorganic chemistry. Inorganic chemistry. The third branch is known as physical chemistry. Yes, physical chemistry. Then the last branch of chemistry is known as applied chemistry. Yes, these are the 4 branches of chemistry. So in your various examination, when you are giving questions in chemistry, it is usually under the 4 branches of chemistry. It is either the question is organic, or the question is inorganic, or it is physical or applied chemistry. Now, what is organic chemistry? What do we call organic chemistry? Organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbon and its compound. Yes. For organic, it deals with the chemistry of carbon and the compounds of carbon. Although there are exceptions to this, but we'll talk about that when we are dealing with organic chemistry. Okay? So, take note and write this. Organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbon and its compound. Take note of that. Organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbon and the compounds of carbon. Yes, that's organic chemistry. What about inorganic chemistry? Inorganic chemistry is the chemistry of other elements and their compound other than carbon. Yes. So if I'm talking about carbon and its compound only, it is referred to as organic chemistry. But I'm talking about other elements and their compound is referred to as inorganic chemistry. So inorganic chemistry is the chemistry of other elements other elements and their compounds. Yes, inorganic chemistry is a chemistry of other elements and their compound. The chemistry of other elements. If you are talking about carbon, it is organic. Compound of carbon is organic. But when we talk about other elements, we are referring to what? Inorganic chemistry. So if I'm talking about hydrogen and its compound, it is inorganic. If I'm talking about oxygen and its compound, it is inorganic. If I'm talking about sulfur and its compound, it's inorganic. If I'm talking about phosphorus and its compound, it's inorganic. If I'm talking about silicon and its compound, it's inorganic. If I'm talking about nitrogen and its compound, it's inorganic. So when we study other elements and their compound, other than carbon is referred to as inorganic chemistry. So organic is strictly for carbon and its compound, while inorganic is strictly for other elements and their compound. Do you understand? Good. Now, what is physical chemistry? Physical chemistry is that aspect of chemistry that deals with the reaction between molecules. Yes, it's that aspect of chemistry that is based on chemical reactions of molecules. Yes, based on chemical reactions of molecules. Chemical reactions of molecules and their interactions take note of that. So listen to me carefully. When we talk about chemical reactions like atomic structure, chemical bond, trends in periodic table, when we talk about the trends in the periodic table, we are talking about physical chemistry like periodicity of elements. When we talk about gas laws, when we talk about Dalton's law of partial pressure, all laws of gases is based on the physical aspect of chemistry. When we talk about chemical equilibrium, you have the physical aspect of chemistry. You understand? So physical chemistry is based on chemical reactions and a reaction of molecules and their interactions. I'll break it down further. Now, what is applied chemistry? Applied chemistry is that chemistry that is applicable to our everyday life. Yes, that chemistry that is applicable to our everyday life. Yes, the aspect of chemistry applicable to our everyday life. Yes. So when we talk about applied chemistry, we are talking about the industrial and environmental chemistry. Yes, that is used in pharmacies, in drugs production, using the production of chemicals and the rest. That's applied chemistry. So these are what we refer to as the branches of chemistry. Now what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to give you the topics that you can find under the organic, inorganic, physical, and applied. And don't forget that if you are a student preparing for XSC JAM, or you are preparing for post-UTME exam, or maybe other related examination, your chemistry question cut across these 4 essential branches. Take note of that. Now let's break it further to see what these branches of chemistry actually contains. About branches of chemistry, okay? Now the branches of chemistry, like I said, there are 4 branches of chemistry. We have organic chemistry. Now, don't forget organic chemistry is based on carbon and its compound. Carbon and its compound. Carbon and its compound is organic chemistry. Yes. And you see this organic chemistry that you see here, they are divided into 2. We have organic chemistry 1, which is based on alkanes, alkynes, and alkanols. Yes, and alkanols. Yes, take note of that. Organic chemistry 1 is where you have alkynes, alkynes, and alkanols. That's organic chemistry 1. Now, when we talk about organic chemistry 2, your organic chemistry 2, you have alkanoic acid, arachidonic acid. We'll talk about that in our later videos. You have esters. Yes. You have amides. You have amines. You have polymers like your carbohydrates and proteins, etc. This is what you have in organic chemistry too. So organic chemistry, which is chemistry of carbon and its compound, is divided into organic chemistry 1 and organic chemistry 2. Now there are many other topics here, so that's why we'll put etc here. We'll do that in our next video. So etc here as well. So we have other aspects in organic chemistry 1 and organic chemistry 2. Now when we talk about inorganic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, remember I told you that this inorganic chemistry is other elements. Take note. Other elements and their compounds. Other elements and their compound. Now what are the divisions here? Please think of this. We have hydrogen and its compound. Or let's do it this way. Let's call it non-metals. Yes, all non-metals, including hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, silicon, halogens, etc. Halogens, etc. Yes. This is what referred to as inorganic chemistry, chemistry of non-metals. Then you have periodic table. The periodic table is referred to as inorganic as well. But the aspect of the periodic table that is inorganic is the arrangement of the elements into metals, metalloid, and non-metals and noble gases. Yes. So that's where we have periodic table. So that means the periodic table is both inorganic and physical. Because in physical chemistry, you have, number 1, you have gas laws. Number 2, you have electrolysis. Number 3, you have kinetics. Number 4, you have chemical reactions. Then you have chemical equilibrium. You have electrolysis. You have chemical bonding. etc. Now you have the last part, which is called applied chemistry. Applied chemistry, okay? Your applied chemistry is divided into industrial and environmental. Industrial and environmental. Then you have chemistry of earth and space. Okay? Now, these are the divisions of chemistry. Yeah, these are referred to as the branches of chemistry. And that's what referred to as introduction in chemistry. Okay? I know there are other topics that is not listed here, but as we move on in this YouTube channel, I will bring those topics to you. Do you understand? So please don't forget to like, share, and comment. Tell us what you think about this classification of chemistry. Tell us the topics that are supposed to be in organic that is not here. Tell us the one that is supposed to be in inorganic that is not here. Tell us the one that is supposed to be in physical chemistry and the one that is supposed to be in applied chemistry. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video.